If you're tired and you're frustrated, overwhelmed, not just at work, but with the dating scene, but it's important to you to find that special someone and how they can add so much happiness into your lives, but you're looking for a strategy on how to do it efficiently that doesn't really add to the burnout from work, then this video is for you because I'm going to share my special formula in finding that right person. And this is based on, for me, listening to all these experts and reading their work, such as from Esther Perel to the director of relationship science, Logan Ury, or the director who worked for, or maybe still working for Hinge, and has written the book How to Not Die Alone. Now, these are my 3 efficient strategies for dating and finding that special someone. So let's begin. Number 1 is to be intentional, to have the intention to find someone, to date. It is not enough to just say, oh, if it happens, it happens. No, you have to have that intention. Yes, I am looking for someone. I am in the market to find someone. And this is important to have that intention because your subconscious mind is always listening to you and the universe as well. So you got to put that out there. A thing about being intentional, or the thing with intentionality, is to really align your whole life with that intention. Such as, number 1, I know that we work in shifts and we work on the weekends as well, but as much as possible, if you can, try to find a way to get the weekends off, or at least one day in the weekend off, and have that as a regular thing, especially having evenings off, because we have to consider people outside of the healthcare industry that are free on the weekends and in the evenings. So have a regular schedule as much as possible, get the weekends off, or at least one day in the weekend off, and get the evenings off if you can. Okay, now when you have those off, you got to make sure that you're socializing. You are joining group. You're a Christian, or if you go to church, join church groups, make friends, join a hobby group, wall climbing or rock climbing, a walking group. You got to put yourself out there and expand your social circle, not just stay at home. I know we're tired from work, but you gotta put yourself out there. Align yourself with that intention that you want to meet other people, that you are in the market and you are dating. And most importantly, with regard to intentionality of meeting people, is to be the best and full expression of yourself, meaning clean up, dress up, look your best, go work out. That aligns with your intention of trying to find that special someone. Because remember, when you are your best, when you look your best, when you listen to podcasts or talks with self-improvement topics, you attract who you are. Not just what you want, but also who you are. Now, I know that intentionality is saying, okay, I want this, that's true. But then you also have to be it. You have to be what you want. You have to be what you intend, so that it's easier for the universe and life and your subconscious will conspire to get what you desire and what you intend to have. Number 2 is less talking. When you meet someone in the dating app or in the real world, try your best to book a date as soon as possible. Always give it up to 2 weeks with chatting. Get to know them, introduce yourself. What do you do? What do you like to do? What do you do on the weekends? Fine, you have that chatting period of up to 2 weeks. After that, you gotta book a date. Okay, now listen to this very, very important thing when you do book a date. When you book a date, ask them if they're okay to have a silent date. Silent date is what I would also call planned meet cute, where, okay, if you want to meet up for coffee or dinner or drinks, do so, meet up, but you don't have to talk. You don't have to talk outside of what is necessary. So for example, for the coffee first date, you decide on what cafe you want to go to, meet up, hi, I'm Daniel, let's go order something, and you literally just sit down, have your coffee and enjoy it. And you can smile, have that agreement that you're just there to drink coffee. Have that agreement that you're there to do the activity that you're supposed to do in that space, such as drinking coffee and eating in a restaurant or going around in a museum together. But the purpose of this planned meet cute or silent dating is that you've already done the chatting part, the talking part, which is through your chat session or your text session right before this date. All right, so you know each other, you know what you're doing. Finally, in this planned meet cute or silent date, you're there to just feel the vibe of each other. It's like a real vibe check and to see if you vibe without talking, because I find that when you talk, it can be pretentious. You know, we tend to overemphasize things and we try to want to impress the other person through saying this or that, or thinking, oh, I should say something that will impress them. No, just be there, enjoy the vibe, share the space, and see if there is this inner attraction that builds up or develops. So do that planned meet cute. no talking. Yes, no talking out of what is necessary, meaning just say your order, introduce yourself, and then just share the space. And like, yeah, you're just there looking at each other, drinking. You can say, yeah, oh, did you like your order? Yeah, like you don't have to say anything about yourself because you've already done that during your chatting phase the first 2 weeks. Now, it's very important to note that when you do book a date, do not decide then on whether you like someone or not, whether to shut someone out. You gotta give it at least 2 dates. So this is number 3. You gotta give it 2 dates to decide before you decide if you like someone or not. And this is based on Logan Ury, the writer of How to Not Die Alone, who is the director of relationship science of Hinge. She swears by this. This is how she found her partner, and I swear by this too. Give it 2 dates, because usually on the first date, it's like a rehearsal. You're not really your true self. You're not your relaxed self. And on the second date, because there is this familiarity already, you're more relaxed, you're more of who you are, and then you can determine whether you like someone or not, and if you want to move things forward. Now, on the second date, it's fine. You're allowed to talk. You don't have to be quiet anymore. And by the way, the perks for that silent date or planned meet cute is one of the benefits is that you're less anxious for that date because you know you're not going to talk that much. There's no more pressure to try to impress the other person if you know if you're saying the right thing or not. So that's one of the benefits of a silent date. Okay, so let's just do a recap. Have the intention of dating, of finding that special someone. Align your life with that intention. Okay, regular schedules. Be the highest expression of yourself. Clean up, look your best, dress up, and socialize. Put yourself out there. 2 is less talking, less chatting. Okay, you got to give it 2 weeks and then book that first date. And remember, in that first date, no talking. 3 is keep it to 2 dates to decide. And of course, after the second date, once you've decided that, you know, I like this person, they're interesting, ask them if you can date or just see each other exclusively without chatting with other people, without seeing other people. And the reason for this is because, especially if you're working full time, okay, I get it. The reason for this is when you're seeing multiple people at the same time, you don't have the bandwidth to remember, oh, what's their name again, or what are they into? Do it one person at a time. And the same goes for them too, because when you also see multiple people at the same time, I feel like it dilutes the intimacy and the connection that you have. If they disagree, they're like, oh, you know what, I still want to see other people. No problem. Tell them, okay, that's fine, but I gotta, move on. But you have my number. I'm not getting married tomorrow, so you can always text me if you think you wanna get to know each other exclusively. Otherwise, thank you, and I do like you, but I'm gonna just move on to the next person. And I think that's how you do it, and that's the very efficient way of dating. Have the intention, less talk, silent date on the first date, and then you decide after the second date whether you like someone, and tell them and ask them politely if you want to see each other exclusively to get to know each other without seeing other people, so that you don't dilute the intimacy and the connection. All right? I promise you this is gonna work, and you're gonna find someone if you follow these 3 steps. Okay? So if you think that this is helpful, please share it to your other friends, because I know it is. I know it is and works. So good luck out there. If you like more tips on the vibe, like and subscribe.